Hey everyone's JackelWolf back in all of the Mod 6 to the sky with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. Now, if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the quest book. Last episode, we did the time to grind, the gravel, the sand, and this is not even my final form, which is the dust. I had full intentions on moving on to get more materials than the string mesh, the flint mesh, the iron mesh, the diamond mesh, and the emerald mesh. But I ran into a couple of problems, one of which is that my storage is becoming really, really difficult. My inventory is getting really, really full, and our starter chest is also getting really, really full. You can see there's a whole bunch of junk in here already. And normally what I would just do is build myself a couple of chests and start that out. But there is actually a quest for us to actually make ourselves a chest. So in the spirit of, doing a how-to on all of these quests, it is necessary for me to teach everybody how to make a chest. So to make a chest in all of the mods 6 to the sky, it is simply 8 planks in a crafting table. Alternately, though, it does have the mod that allows us to use 8 logs to get 4 chests in here as well. So this is something to keep in mind if you are looking to make a bunch of chests at once, and it saves you a step of breaking the logs down into planks. But there you go. There is an additional 4 chests. So that was the first quest we're going to do today. That is the classic storage. No reward for that, and there really shouldn't be a reward. It's a chest. It's almost annoying. The other one we're going to do is not a vanilla tank, which is to craft ourselves a barrel. It's just an alternate form of a chest. But to make a barrel, it is 6 planks and 2 slabs. That gets us our barrel. Super, super simple. Super, super easy. We'll jump into the quest book. No reward either. And again, there shouldn't really be a reward for those ones. So that solves my storage problem. That's going to make things a lot easier going forward. We could move directly into the sieve and these meshes here, but there is one more step, or actually 2 more steps that we're going to have to take to make this a little bit easier. Not so much the crafting of them, but taking the resources from them and, getting some better value out of them. One of the things I want to do is ore doubling, and to do it as early as possible in the game, we can actually go and use a smeltery melter. But to do that, we need grout. To make grout, we're going to need clay. To make clay, we're going to need dust, which we've got, but we're also going to need a little bit of water. Now, to get water in our world, we've got a couple of different options. If we are lucky, it could start to rain. We could set out some crucibles or some barrels. It will collect that rainwater, and, we could just go scoop it out with a bucket and, create an infinite source with that. Short of waiting for it to rain, though, we've got 2 other options, one of which actually comes right from our starter chest. I didn't show it off at the time, but we start with a bucket of lava and an ice block. Now, the intent of this is to make yourself a manual cobblestone generator by using the lava, touches the water, creates cobblestone, then you mine each and every one of that. That is really labor intensive, and since we've got Garden of Glass in here, where all we're going to do is shift right click to get the cobblestone pebbles, and then we turn those pebbles into cobblestone. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to go and make a manual, old-fashioned vanilla cobblestone generator. So basically, that gives us 1 block of water that we can use right away in our world. And I'm just going to go and place it right here. This is going to melt it because it's next to the torch. Once this gets melted, we've got some water in our world. But we've only got 1 block of water. It's not ideal. We actually need a second block of water to make ourselves that, infinite water source. So again, we can wait for it to rain, collect it in a, barrel or a crucible, or we can actually make ourselves a crucible. Wooden one will do right now. You can do this in the porcelain one. There is no stone crucible in this mod pack, which would be another option if we had it, but we don't. But to make a wooden crucible, it is 4 logs, a slab, and then 2 sticks. Now, if we were using this to make lava, we'd have to put it on top of a torch. Be very careful making lava in a wood crucible. You can do it. It's just a good chance it's going to catch on fire. But to make water, really all we need to have is that crucible in the world, and then we can feed it something like leaves, or we can feed it saplings. It will fill up, and very, very slowly, you can see in the top right-hand corner, again, moved my face cam because of it, it is slowly turning itself into water. This will take a little bit of time So I've went and pre-done one of these. So we now have 1 bucket of water in this crucible, and we can fill this up again. You can get a total of 4 buckets total in one of these crucibles, which is really, really nice, but we only really need the 1 more bucket to make that infinite water source. But here we run into a problem. We do not have a way of getting this water out of this crucible without having a bucket. There are no wood buckets in all of the mods 6 to the sky. There are iron and there are clay. We can't make a clay bucket because we need water to make dust into clay. We could use that one and, have a couple of different ones going here and then later on use that bucket. But that's kind of inefficient. What we do have though is, again, back in our starter, chest, we've got a bucket of lava. We got lots of stone. So all we need to do is empty out that bucket of lava. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to fix this. I fixed my water one. If I place this lava here, it's actually floating on top. And it's going to fall out and it's going to go everywhere. One of the cool things about this mod pack is it allows you to place blocks underneath the block that you're looking at. So I've done this by accident a couple of times. You might have noticed it in a speedrun or two. If I go and hover my cursor just below the block, I can place a block underneath it, which is really, really handy. We could go 2 down if we wanted to. I think actually, look at that. We can even go 3 down. This will be handy if you're trying to build your base lower or try to get underneath your base. It is much, much easier to make layers this way than previously. But really all I want to do here is I want to place that block there. And now we can empty out our lava in there. It is safe for the moment. And we can go scoop up that bucket of water. And there we go. We now have an infinite source of water, which is absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we need. Let's take one of those buckets out of here, though. To make clay, we're going to need dust, and we're also going to need a barrel. Now, this is one of the other things you can leave in your world. If it rains, it will fill up. You can also use these wooden barrels to make compost. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to make the barrel, which is 6 planks and a oak slab. We're just going to place it right here. If we go and fill this with water, take our dust, right click, we've now got a block of clay. The clay, we can turn into clay balls, and then we can do basically whatever we need to do with the clay. Like I said, my goal here is to make some grout. We'll get into that one next episode. But we can do this over and over again for basically as much dust as we have and as much clay as we need to make. So hopefully you guys found this episode useful. We did make the chests, which were not super useful, but the how to get water in your world and how to make clay, I think those are 2 very, very important things that we were going to have to do anyways, and they're actually going to help us when we get to our sifting, because then we could do a bunch of ore doubling and things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JackelWolf. Also, check out the description below. There will be a link to my Discord page. I would love it if you guys stop by to say hi. As well, there'll be a link to my Patreon page. If you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content you want to support, stop by, check it out. There are a lot of great perks there for all of my supporters. Also, I have been streaming on Twitch, JackelWolf77. I stream Tuesday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So if you're looking for an opportunity to sit and chat with me, that would be a great chance to do that. But that is it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.